Mark chapter 15, verses 1 to 5 and 11 to 15. Jesus was taken in chains to Pilate. The chief priests were accusing Jesus of many things, so Pilate questioned him. "Aren't you going to answer?" he said. "Listen to all their accusations." Jesus refused to say a word, and Pilate was amazed. Pilate spoke to the crowd. "What do you want me to do with this one you call the King of the Jews?" They shouted back, "Crucify him." "But what crime has he committed?" Pilate asked. They shouted all the louder, "Crucify him." Pilate wanted to please the crowd, so he set Barabbas free for them. Then he had Jesus whipped and handed him over to be crucified.
Pilate asked what crime Jesus had committed. It was a good question. Jesus had annoyed the religious leaders, of that there was no doubt. He had been critical of social and religious structures. He had healed the villagers. He had told stories to the crowds. He was probably a threat to public law and order. But was that enough to condemn him, to end his life? But he would not defend himself. The storyteller was silent now, and the crowd was noisy, and Pilate handed him over to be crucified.
Mark 15, verses 16 to 20. The soldiers took Jesus inside to the courtyard of the governor's palace and called together the rest of the company. They put a purple robe on Jesus, made a crown out of thorn branches, and put it on his head. Then they began to salute him. "Long live the King of the Jews!" They beat him over the head with a stick, spat on him, fell on their knees, and bowed to him. When they had finished mocking him, they took off the purple robe and put his own clothes back on him. Then they led him out to crucify him.
Soldiers, taking the chance for a bit of fun. They had a heavy day ahead. Soon they would have to put on their public face, disciplined, controlled, efficient. But for now, a bit of lark with the lads, with no risk of recrimination. Dead men tell no stories. and Jesus was going to his death.